Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Masters Unboxing. As always, hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully you're excited to see what we've got. In this week's video, we have two figures. I feel like that's a common denominator. I feel like every video we have like two figures. I think that's just be a thing. Two figure video. We've got this one's pretty cool. We've got some more crossovers with the Masters of the Universe and Transformers crossover. We've got the Autobots and Decepticons with He-Man, Optimus Prime, and Scareglow Starscream. That's pretty cool. And their boxes they come in were pretty nice. You've seen the other ones we've done before on the channel, so hopefully you enjoyed those ones. But if you're liking these videos, why not give them a like? Why not subscribe as well? Because we know Skeletor would like that. Yes! I like that very much! Anyway. But yeah, so check it out. This is the other wave they did. So I think they did the two. Which was the Skeletor Megatron and the Man-at-Arms Bumblebee. So, and this is the other lot. So, it's nice. So, let's get into it now. And have a look at these. So we'll start with Starscream, Scareglow. Alright, so I have pre-opened the flaps to get that so we can actually have a look here at this front cover. Because that actually looks really nice. You got that there and that. The artworks are always so good. Like, they really think about what they're doing with these. Like, I am always impressed. Like, give them props every time. So let's open this up and slide this out, shall we? Hooah! So box out the way. Again, we like to keep that. So that looks pretty cool. So his axe, he's got like dual axes, which are also blasters, which is pretty nice. Got a crown. Cape is always, these capes are always, oh okay, let's come from that, makes it so much more easier. Man, the detail on this is so cool. Something about robots. Robots are nice. I'm gonna rip these out. Get the axes out. And we got the crown. Lord Scareglow. Get out of here. Oh. Get him out of that box. This stuff is like really cool. I always just love the detail and the thought and the process that goes into these figures. So, we've got some transparent glow pieces. Very much in the name. Keeping with the design, especially with the legs. It's always interesting to see like what parts they use of each. So very Starscream look, very generic Starscream aesthetic, except for, you know, adding in the Scareglow face and the mid-body, mid-drift, the arms, but everything else is kind of, yeah. So they go on there like that, I think, which we work as arm, like shoulder blasters as well. I'm assuming we can, so we can like have them like that, so that they're both, we tuck it away, we can have them like that, but then we can turn them, but then we can also put them in the hands, so then he's got him like blaster mode, so we can actually shoot him, I guess, like a gun in his hands if we wanted to. Then we can also hold them in the hands. I'm just seeing options. I'm just seeing multiple options looking at this right now. The hand is not holding it the best, but then we've got dual axes in the hands, which is pretty cool. So you can swing dual axes. And then I'm also seeing here, we could also take that apart and then connect it there as well. So we can have more like a... Oh, God, don't. There we go. Straighten that up. Which then he could, like, hold it in the middle, maybe? Or more of a staff style. Oh, these arms. Oh, there's a thing stuck in the arm still. Again, we need to like flex these to get all the parts to move. Always the one thing I hate is crown. Let's put his crown on. Is things don't sit properly sometimes. Everything needs to be stretched and used, and So everything can sit properly. The spikes are a bit flimsy on the crown. But yeah, so that the crown's that's a bit bendy on the crown. So that's a bit awkward. But then that can go in there like so. Gives them that cape, you know, because the whole gliding, flying, so it adds to the aesthetic. Yeah, these arms are always so stiff. They need like a lot of wearing. I really hate that they need so much wearing. But yeah, so that's that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, they still have the same as always. They still have the same ability. Like nothing changes. You still have the feet movement, like the ankle rolls, the knee bends, the leg bends, the hand bends, the arm bends, and then that kind of comes up as well. Even though they got the shoulder guards, it kind of gets in the way. Like the arms still go up. Like it still goes up, even with what the shape is. This weird extra shape to it. It still does its business, and you can still pull everything apart and interchange stuff. You know, rada, whatever. But that's still pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. So we'll put him aside, and we'll get out He-Man. He-Man, Optimus Prime, He-Man. So I have opened this one as well, but I haven't. It's all kind of gone back here. Kind of pop back out. So let me get both sides here so we can look at that. There we go. All right. Here we are. So both sides. He-Man, Optimus Prime, looking dope. Like again, the cards, the artworks, the details are all so cool. That one's got a slice down the middle, unfortunately. Right there, there's a nice lean cut. So it's clearly at the top of the box. And they got the point cards, stat cards, which they give you 2, which is interesting. Shows you their strengths and abilities and whatnot. Which is kind of cool if you're thinking if you were to actually, you know, use this as like a game if you're playing like cards or whatever, you know, with like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon style. You could make up like some role-playing stuff. So we've got the axe, which again, He-Man has the axe, but also that's very specifically Optimus Prime's axe. Oh God, I'm flying out at me. Oh no, it's attacked. The Autobots are attacking me. Ugh. That's hard plastic. That is not rubber. Oh, kind of rubbery. More of a hard plastic. Shield. Shield. That's rubber. It's very flexible. But then that's held together with that, so that's interesting. And then the sword, which is both the core and then master sword. So it's really cool seeing unique swords. Like every time there's like a crossover, I really like the idea of how they interpret like crossing over the power sword, and like how they use like Prime's core embedded with the sword. You know, it really not like a nail, very bland, but it's like a nail. It looks like a nail, like a. Oh, it's actually just like the cork openers. Actually, it looks like, you know, and then you screw it and then the things go up and it's like and it pops the cork out. This one piece I don't want to lose there because that's a little face piece, just like Bumblebee did. Oh God, there's a little tiny face piece. Finicky stuff. Why do they have finicky things? Rip him out there. All right, we've ripped him out. So let's have a look. Okay. More smoother shapes here compared to a Decepticon. Nah, kind of 50-50 actually. That's the legs are round on both of them, a bit more squarish. Still kind of squarish with the feet, rounded but squarish. The waistband. That's a rubber chest piece, which has got a grey top, which is interesting enough. I'm assuming that comes off somewhere where I don't know. I'm assuming it's just like, okay, so the arms would come off, the head would come off, and the chest piece would slide off because it's just slid on. So it's got a grey chest. Which I'm noticing here, which is pretty cool at the moment. They're connected to his arms. I think these are actually connected. So they're actually connected. They're not budging anywhere. No, they're not budging at all. They're like on. So they're either glued on, like stuck in and glued on. But the chest piece slides off. You take the arms off and you take the head off. Same as like the crown. The crown's like on his head. Like that's part of his head. And then this face piece here would presumably. Looking like it slides in under the face here. Yeah, okay. So it slides in there, gives him the face protection. Eyes peeking out. Looks pretty nifty. Just peeking through. So yeah, so what I was going to say is we've got the traditional kind of like Optimus kind of look where it looks like the front of the truck, but they've incorporated He-Man's chest piece because we've got that H on the front, that symbol he has. Sometimes the H, sometimes that weird cross thing, but they've embedded it on the chest in between around the front. It'd be interesting if this was like a if this was to transform, like how he would look as a transformer like. Oh look, there's that hand. That's cool. It's a different hand compared to that normal grab hand that everything has. There's a weird little different hand. That's cool. Interesting. Oh, wait. Does it flex or is it just solid? Oh, okay. That does have a different wrist. Okay, so with this hand here, the wrist moves like that way, and with this hand, the wrist moves that way. So it's blue, that, and the blue where this is like Spider-Man, like web shoot, web shoot, web shoot. Yeah, that's cool. There's the traditional kind of look with that there. So yeah, so like I said, same movements. That moves. Chin, feet, knee, legs. These legs move better. I'm like, oh, that's got a bit stuck. Oh, it's got stuck again. Oh, okay, okay. Do not do that too often. Same like that, trying to move that knee. That leg's popping out a little bit there. We've got a big gap happening between here. The legs really want to separate, like there. See, when I'm trying to bend it, they're really trying to come out. So that's interesting. Waist kind of wanting to come apart. So this one's kind of wanting to come apart in spots and then not. So yeah, different wrists. That is solid. This arm fully gauntlet is solid with the arm. No, it's half arm, half gauntlet. Yeah, so that's it. So comparing those, so where that's full arm is full square, then it's kind of more humanoidish arm. Legs are humanoidish, but then very robotic with the spikes there, robot feet. So yeah, it's an interesting blend where like that, yeah, that midriff is very kind of robotic still too. So some parts that are very you can get away with, and other parts like this, like the chest piece as well for Scareglow is definitely very Starscream robotic. So you wouldn't really use that with many other crossover switching parts. Whereas this, you can at least take this off, and you've got a grey underbody underneath with the abs, which is very generic, which, you know, that can work with anything just about. Same as the legs, you can get away with that belt being the way the belt is. It's not really an issue taken away from it. You could maybe have like a very sci-fi-ish looking, so if you got the arms taken off with the Autobots, had the grey body, different kind of head on here, you could have kind of like a spaceman vibe going on, so that's very interesting. So, no, it's cool. They're dope, so another cool crossover. Hold the hand with the hand hold the. It's just so tricky to get this hand. Hand's very stubborn. I don't know where this hand come from. Like these classic hands are so much more nicer. I prefer a classic hand. I'm not a fan of this hand. I'm gonna stretch it. I gotta flex it. But anyway, there we go. He-Man, Scareglow, Optimus Prime, Starscream. Till next time. Check us out. Don't forget me! Ah! Oh god, there's He-Man. There's He-Man. And you fools! Oh, okay, they want to break dance. And Skeletor. So I mean, it's kind of Scareglow's kind of like Skeletor. So interesting size comparison. Yeah.